At the beginning of November, Lumix had me over to London for their Lumix Live event, and I had a few hours before and after the event to walk around London with my LUMIX S9 and the Sigma 35mm f2 lens attached, and I thought it would be the perfect opportunity to test out one of my newest Lumix looks inspired by one of Kodak's newest, or maybe not so new, film stocks, Kodacolor 200. Check it out. If you missed it, a couple of months ago, Eastman Kodak announced the release of two new films, Kodacolor 100 and Kodacolor 200, and everyone was very excited. Since then, however, film lovers have speculated that these two new film stocks are actually just repackaged films that the other Kodak company was already distributing, maybe just with like a slight base layer tweak. We're now pretty sure that Kodacolor 200 is the exact same emulsion as Color Plus, and when shot side by side and scanned the exact same way and everything, these two film stocks look about 99.9% the same, with maybe the only difference being that Kodacolor 200 is distributed by Eastman Kodak itself. P.S. If you're interested in checking out a comparison, head to @thedarkroomlab on Instagram to view their tests. Anyways, no matter what you call it, Kodacolor or Color Plus, I absolutely love the look of this film. It's punchy and vibrant and warm, and it's a perfect stock for everyday use. So, the starting point when designing this Lumix look inspired by Kodacolor 200 was the very first LUT I ever made, about a year ago actually, called Summer. I found that by setting Summer to LUT opacity 50% and then adding one of my most recent and one of my favourite LUTs, Daisy, on top, give me a really good base. Daisy provides your images with like a cooler pastel tone, especially in the highlights, and so to compensate, I turned up my white balance to like the warmer side, and something special started to happen. I would say that the film stock this look is inspired by has average exposure latitude, so for this look I have set my eye dynamic range to low. It's personal taste, but from the scans I studied, the film grain of this stock looks slightly heavier than Lumix's low setting, but probably not as heavy as Lumix's standard setting. Personally, I love a grainy image, so I've decided for this look to set my grain at standard, but as always, if that's too much for you, feel free to turn it down. Although Kodacolor 200 and Color Plus 200 are both balanced for daylight, I love shooting with this Lumix look with my white balance on auto with that same A7 push to the warm side. You can shoot with this look with your white balance on daylight if you wish, but I think by turning your white balance to auto with that same push just makes this look all the more versatile in different scenarios. The final touch for this look was to turn my saturation down to minus 0.5. It seems like such a small setting and such a small minor thing, but honestly, this little tweak just helps to control that saturation that comes from the vivid photo style that this look is based around, and the stylized LUTs, and also the warm white balance push. So back to London, I had my LUMIX S9 with the Sigma 35mm f2 attached, the Kodacolor 200 Lumix look loaded, and it was time to take it for a spin around the capital city to see what I could capture. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this look and all my other Lumix looks in the comments below. If you end up using this look for your own photographs, I'd love if you tagged me in the images because I'd really like to check out your results. You can find all of the Lumix looks I've made so far on my website, and the lots you'll need to build them are also on there for you to download for free too. A lot of effort goes into making these, although it is a ton of fun, so if you're enjoying them and you want to say thanks, the best way to do that is to drop a little something in the tip jar on my website. It would be like massively appreciated. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this Kodacolor 200 inspired Lumix look. I'll have lots more Lumix looks like this coming very soon. If you have any suggestions on what Lumix looks you'd like to see in the future, let me know. And yeah, have a really great day and I'll see you very soon. Bye. That'll do, man, that'll do.